Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope you had a really nice weekend. It is the last Monday officially of November. We only have about, including this assignment, two more assignments until it is the holiday break and until you have your culminating task given to you, which is very exciting. I just wanted to remind everyone that I am officially on maternity leave, but I will be providing lessons for the next 10 days. However, I won't be answering any emails. That will be your new teacher, Miss Mystery, which I've linked, as you can see, her email right here. So if you have any questions regarding any assignments moving forward, just shoot her an email and she will answer you, no problem. But without further ado, today's lesson is pretty much just a review of what I already went over last week. As you know, last week was your Creative Process Accessible Design Project lesson. I believe I showed that on Monday, and it is due now this Friday, November 28th at 11:59 p.m. There's a Dropbox linked right there, so you can click on that and it'll take you to the Dropbox. So once again, this is what the assignment looks like. It is essentially you finding a space that you inhabit on a regular basis, whether that's in your home or in like a public space like a school or a library or coffee shop, somewhere maybe you frequent on a regular basis, and how you can propose some improvements to that space, specifically 5 changes to that space. So you're going to essentially put all your changes and all your planning and production into this slideshow PowerPoint. Please make sure that you are putting everything in one document. Some of you are asking, how can my mark improve? How can I get a higher mark? Well, when I ask you to do like a presentation or have everything in like a package and you have a bunch of different files and they're not labeled properly or some of them aren't labeled at all, then it just doesn't help the overall presentation of your work and submission of your entry. So you want to make sure everything is in this PowerPoint. If you want to make your own PowerPoint to make it more, aesthetic, nice looking, fit kind of the theme of your space that you're researching, that's fine. Just make sure all the components of the assignment are in the PowerPoint. And then at the end, you're going to write a brief reflection on why is accessibility important in interior design. So that's just like an overarching question, I would say. How did this project change your perspective on inclusivity and in spaces that maybe don't show inclusivity? And what challenges did you face when redesigning the room? A lot of you are saying that, you're realizing a lot of spaces are fairly inclusive. And I know that we've come a long way, even in the past 5 years, of making spaces more, accessible to people. Whereas, prior to 5 years, 10 years ago, that might not have been the case. I actually didn't go on some field trips with students because they didn't have wheelchair ramps or they didn't have buttons to allow for people to come in without, like they weren't able to press a button to kind of open a door. And I just didn't think that was very equitable for students coming on trips with me in the arts world. So we've come a long way for sure. So that might be a challenge, just like there was nothing wrong with the space that I looked at, or, there wasn't that many problems, which is good, but you still do need to find 5 ways to improve. And then once again, you can use for your floor plan. So this is like the big part of your assignment. You can use Canva, SketchUp, PowerPoint, or hand-drawn floor plan. Once again, you can use Home by Me as well. If you'd like to use Home by Me, this is another great tool. This is how to use it. This is a YouTube video of me using it. Or if you want to just go to the website and make your own account, you can do that as well. Once again, it should show you. It's pretty straightforward. My video, I think, is really user-friendly. I introduced this last week, so I'm not going to go over it too much again. But that is it. Um, there is no discussion post for this assignment, I believe. No, there's no discussion post for this assignment. There will be a discussion post for your next assignment, designing small spaces, but we will get to that next week. So if you don't have any questions, keep working and cracking away. I will be releasing your next assignment on Wednesday. I'm not going to do a lesson on Wednesday. It's just going to be a post. So if some of you are ahead of the game and finish this, then you can definitely have a sneak peek at that on Wednesday. And then the actual lesson will be released on December 1st. Oh my goodness, December 1st on Monday. Have a lovely day. Hope you're all doing well. Take care.